every Christopher Reeve Superman pitch meeting you guys asked, I delivered, starting with the first one, the GOAT, Superman 1978. Enjoy. Let's check out what Ryan George has to say.
So, you have a movie for me? Yes, sir, I do.
Yeah.
I was thinking we make a Superman movie.
That's the guy that's not a bird or a plane.
Well, most
Right.
people aren't those things. This guy has a little bit more going on than that.
Nope.
Yes, he does. So the movie starts on the planet Krypton. Oh, Krypton, huh? It's pronounced Krypton. We'll see about that. Okay, and so this guy, Jor-El, is going to...
So, guys, I have heard that the reason he pronounced it Krypton is because that's how, like, this is the rumor. What people say is that he wanted it to sound like, foreign, right? But what actually happened is that's how he pronounced it, and they told him the right way. He didn't want to do that. So he made some nonsense up and is like, this is how I'm saying it. This is how my character's saying it. And even Christopher Reeve got onto him for taking the money on this one and just doing what he felt like. So I think it's probably pretty true that he was just like, no, I'm not going to say it that way.
Cast away these three bad guys into a very uncomfortable rectangle. Gonna be very weird for them to use the bathroom in there. Oh boy, I bet that's not the last we see of them. Well, for this movie it is, actually. You started the movie with sequel bait? I admire the confidence. Thank you. So Jor-El tells...
They recorded both those movies at the exact same time, guys. And I don't know if the original plan was to show it all in one or not, but yeah, that is pretty cool.
All the other tinfoil suit people that the planet's gonna explode, but they're like, nah, probably not. So Jor-El is like, okay, my wife and I will stay, but I'm gonna shoot my son Kal-El off into space.
Kal-El, no.
No, see, it's a good thing, because he's sending him to Earth, where he's gonna be super strong. Oh, well, good.
Did y'all get the Gal Gadot reference?
So then Krypton is destroyed, which is horrible, but also kind of looks like a good time. Very nice lights and whatnot. Nice. So Kal-El gets picked up by this old farmer couple who raise him as Clark Kent. Okay. And they're trying to have him live a normal life amongst all the other 40-year-old teenagers. What? But he's special. He's strong and fast. Like, he can run. Well, I wouldn't call it running, but he can move as...
I did find it strange that young Clark looked just as old Clark, but was a different actor. They should have just filmed those scenes when Christopher Reeve hadn't bulked up yet. You know what I mean? That would have been way cooler.
I wouldn't call it running, but he can move as fast as a train. Very exciting. But one day, Pa Kent dies and Clark finds a green rock, so he decides it's time for him to leave. Oh, he's just gonna leave the mom all alone? He is. So he makes this elderly lady walk about 2 miles out into a field to tell her the bad news. Kinda rude. Well, he's gotta leave, because he's gotta go throw this green rock into some snow way up north. Oh, how does he know that? By knowing it. So a big structure made out of test tubes emerges, and the hologram of his deceased father is going to talk to him. And what's he going to say? Well, he's going to tell him that he's in a fortress of solitude. Fortress of solitude, huh? That's what I call my mansion. Okay. Yeah. Because despite the glimmering allure of riches, I find myself surrounded by opulence, yet feeling an unshakable and unfillable void within. Unfillable void. Oh, unfillable voids are tight. All right, so Clark heads up to space for a couple of years to learn how to be Superman. Oh, sweet. Yeah, so he comes back down to Earth, and he's no longer a 40-year-old teenager. He's a 39-year-old adult. What? So he takes his new facial structure to get a job at the Daily Planet.
I don't think he's 39. I think he's 33. I think that's what it is. But he looks just as young. I mean, the same age as the other actor. Oh, fun fact. The actor that played young Clark Kent, that's not his voice. He had a strong Southern accent. They used Christopher Reeve's voice and dubbed it over the young Clark Kent actor.
Planet, where he immediately falls in love with Lois Lane. Oh, what's her deal? She's a star reporter who can't spell words. Okay. Anyway, she gets in a helicopter and Superman's gonna stop the aircraft from crashing, so that's pretty heroic. Oh, wow. And then later he's gonna stop an aircraft from crashing, so that's pretty heroic. Yeah, you already said that. It happens again soon after. These friggin' aircrafts can't air properly. They cannot. So then he's gonna let Lois interview him. Oh, he is? Yeah, and she's gonna tell him to look through her clothes and tell her what color her underwear are, and then he's gonna fly her around, and she's gonna write a little poem in her head and recite it to us. What are you talking about? And then he's gonna show up as Clark Kent.
I've watched a lot of reactors react to this movie, and I feel like every time they get to that poem part, they basically are saying it, but also trying to hide it. Like, what is this? Like, what? I watched one the other day, and she was like, "That's kind of a third grade level poetry writing, isn't it?"
Because they had a date scheduled. Did he put himself in a love triangle where 2 of the people are him? For some reason, yes. And she can't tell that this is the same person twice. Well, no, he's got glasses on as Clark Kent. I don't think that would work. They wouldn't seem like 2 different people. Yeah, I guess you're right. Well, that actually reminds me, my optometrist wants me to wear these. Hey! What? Those look really frickin' good.
Thank you.
Anyway, now
All this time, I thought it was two different people. Wow.
it's time to tell you about the bad guy of the movie.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, his name's Lex Luthor, and he's got a very evil plan in the works.
What's his plan?
Well, he wants to launch a missile to cause an earthquake to make a chunk of California fall into the ocean.
Why?
Because he owns the land right beside it, so suddenly he'd have a bunch of coastline real estate. The land immediately next to a bunch of destruction and corpses.
Yes.
And so he finds out about Superman's
Corpses worth a lot of money. Ka-ching.
existence and decides he needs to kill him.
How does he plan on doing that?
Well, he hears that Superman's from the planet Krypton, so he's like, well, we could assume that some debris also traveled to Earth and would be radioactive and deadly to him.
How can you
Yeah,
possibly
perfect
figure
sense.
that out?
By making wild and borderline insane assumptions that turn out to be exactly right.
Wow.
So they change the coordinates on some missiles
Evil
and the
genius.
military shoots them off.
The military doesn't double-check coordinates before launching missiles?
That's what we're going with. So Lex lures Superman to his place and messes
But a pretty lady gets inside and changes him. I mean, no military can go up against a pretty lady.
Superman to his place and messes him up with some kryptonite.
Oh, no.
Yeah, but then he leaves his girlfriend with Superman while he goes to watch the missile he launched at his girlfriend's mother.
I don't see how that could backfire in any way.
But then his plan backfires.
What?
Yeah, his girlfriend lets Superman free, but not before giving him a little kiss.
What? Why did she kiss him?
Well, she's like, I didn't think you would let me do that if you weren't incapacitated.
Yikes.
So now Superman has to
It's bad, guys. It's the line is quoted correctly. She literally says, I forced a kiss on you because I thought that if you were able to reject me, you would. Times have changed, that's for sure.
stop 2 missiles, but that's impossible. He's not fast enough.
Oh.
Yeah, so the freaking earthquake happens, and he's got to go underground to fix it.
I
That
have no
was a
further
cool
questions
scene.
about how that would work.
Good. But then
I don't care how the plate tectonics get stuck back together, but that was a cool scene. All that orange and stuff, it was awesome.
Lois dies, so Superman's sad and gives her a little kiss.
Are any of the kisses in the movie consensual or no?
Look, sir, are the majority of the kisses in this movie non-consensual? Sure. Is there a scene where a bunch of cops surround an unconscious woman and talk about giving her chest compressions and mouth-to-mouth in a real creepy way? Sure. Is any of this gonna age poorly? No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah, so now Superman's very upset.
Very sad, but impossible for him to do anything about it now.
Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
Oh, really?
Yeah, see, he flies so fast around the world that he reverses time and saves Lois.
I thought he wasn't fast enough to stop 2 missiles.
Well, he didn't have the motivation of a dead Lois Lane.
And the potential death of millions wasn't enough?
No, and so then the day is saved. What do you think?
Well, it sounds like a good movie. It's just the whole time travel thing.
What about it?
Oh, I'm just afraid that might create some kind of precedent. We can't.
Okay, guys, I don't think Superman should be able to travel through time. Y'all know I'm a Golden Age guy. Okay, the Golden Age Superman is pretty close to my definitive Superman. Fleischer cartoons. If we stuck to that for Superman for every movie, I'd be cool with it. But this flying so fast, I feel like Flash his speed should work in a different way. Superman's, I feel like, should be more physical, which I know it's not. Superman's got this aura and all this junk, they put on him on these days. But, I feel like Flash should be able to do things that don't make physical sense. Like go into a room and get out of it before people can see and papers not fly everywhere, okay? Because that's how he works. Kind of like electricity, Whereas Superman is working in physics. I feel like if he was to go into a room real fast and come out, there should be papers just everywhere. If he grabs somebody and it doesn't decelerate, their neck should break. That's how I feel like Superman's powers should work. Put in the comments if you agree with me or if you like that Superman's powers don't work well with physics. Like they even have stuff in some of it, maybe John Byrne, I can't remember. If he holds up like a building, the reason the pieces aren't falling off is because he's got some protective aura that extends to that. I hate that. I just wish the building would be falling apart. It would be harder to write. It would be cool. But that's just me. Just let me know in the comments if you agree with me or not.
Can't have major superhero movies solving their problems with time travel. That'd be ridiculous.
I thought I was safe, but I wasn't going to spit that out. Superman 2 pitch meeting. Here we go.
So, you have a new Superman movie for me?
We
Yes, sir, I
do.
do.
That's
I was
right.
thinking we call it Superman 2.
No, I think it should have a different
That's
name
good.
than the first movie.
Right,
No.
so then I would call it Superman and then the number 2.
Now we're talking. So what happens in this thing?
Well, I figure like all good sequels, we start this off with an 8-minute recap of the first movie using
Listen, guys, it's not uncommon, especially back then, to do the recaps because you can't assume that the people saw the first movie, you know? You can't assume that.
Clips from the first movie.
It seems kind of excessive. Well, sir, people need to remember.
Oh, and fun fact, they actually filmed those movies at the same time for the most part. They filmed both of them. I don't know if they ever planned on it being one big thing. I don't think so, but they filmed 1 and 2 at the same time.
That the Marlon Brando character sent Zod off into space in a rectangle.
Actually, we can't use Marlon Brando in this one. Oh, dang it.
Okay, well, we'll recap the first movie and
space
pretend like that
rectangle.
part happened entirely differently.
Perfect. So what happens when the actual movie starts?
Well, some frickin' terrorists are gonna blow up Paris with a hydrogen bomb, so Superman launches it into space.
Seems like a lot to launch a whole city in.
I remember wondering as a kid, how did they get Superman to fly up on the thing like that? You know, I didn't realize miniatures was how they did it.
Into space?
No, he just launches the bomb.
That's a better strategy, yep.
But the explosion frees Zod and his 2 best friends from their space rectangle.
Oh, they were floating past Earth? What are the odds of that?
100%. There was no way I wasn't gonna write that.
I've never once considered the fact that they were floating near Earth. Not once have I sat down and thought, wait, but they were over by Krypton. I guess they got blasted. I don't know.
Fun fact, so Zod and Ursa and Non land on the moon and kill a couple of astronauts there.
Very impolite.
And they find out about Earth, so they decide to head over there and rule.
Oh, they want to rule Earth?
They just seem to want to rule something. They don't really seem to care what it is.
That's
Even if it's a tiny little town in the middle of nowhere.
very open-minded of them. We need more of that kind of mentality.
I guess. So on Earth, they have Superman-like powers like super strength and flight and eye lasers.
They're bulletproof. They can't be hurt.
Only by snakes, sir. Only by snakes.
What?
So they fly over to
A better point could not be made. I never understood that. I'm like, why did it bother that she got bit? Like, was it just that she got scared? You know, she's like, oh, you know, but it didn't actually hurt her. Like, it just, it made no sense.
Mount Rushmore and change those faces to their faces with a single laser zap each.
What again? And meanwhile, Superman and Lois Lane are off in Niagara Falls working on a story. Okay.
And while they're there,
I actually like the back and forth between Lois and Clark. I love, still to this day, the back and forth Lois, her trying to figure it out. And I love it. I know it's campy. I know it's not realistic, but I enjoy that. She's a reporter. It's very cool. I've always enjoyed that.
child starts falling for several minutes, so
Let me know if you want more of that kind of thing in the newer stuff, or if you're glad they've always established the relationships, like in the new movie, you know, or with Man of Steel. She already knows about him, you know. If you prefer that, let me know in the comments, because I kind of feel like I'm outnumbered. I should probably do a poll on my other channel on that.
Superman saves it.
Nice. Thank God that kid was falling for so long.
Yeah, but then Lois pieces together that Clark Kent is Superman, so she jumps into the rushing water to force him to save her.
So he turns into Superman?
No, he keeps pretending to be Clark, but he does laser a tree for her so she can save her.
I say laser eyes sometimes because of my age, and people tell me it's not lasers, it's heat vision, and I'm like, see, but in the Christopher Reeve days, it was lasers. He had lasers. Like, that's what it was. That's how they represented the heat vision. So I don't know. I don't think that I never have a problem calling it one or the other. He can do heat vision versus lasers either way. It doesn't bother me. You know what I'm saying? If they do either one, it's not a big deal to me.
Herself.
How does he know she wouldn't bash her head on a rock or something? Well, we're not even halfway through the movie, sir. He knows that wouldn't happen now.
Oh, this guy's reading the script. He's got all kinds of powers. Yeah, so Lois is like, geez, I guess you really aren't Superman.
Well, it's crazy the lengths he'll go to protect his secret identity.
It sure is, sir. So in the very next scene, he falls into a fireplace.
Please. Please make fun of this. Please don't glaze over this. The idea of Superman tripping is so silly. He should be, you know how when we trip, we fall until we catch ourselves on something, like he caught himself on the fire. If you can fly, the moment you trip, you can catch yourself without any handholds. You trip and you go, oh, I'm flying. You know what I mean? Like I'll start flying as soon as I realize I've tripped. Instead of putting your hands out, you fly. This makes no sense. Even on Smallville, Mixia-Spitalik in one episode causes him to trip, and he hurt somebody when he tripped. He told his parents, he was like, it wasn't me. You know, have you ever seen me trip? He's like, it doesn't happen. You know, of course, he couldn't fly, but still, he was very fast.
And she figures out his secret identity.
Oh, whoops.
Whoopsie. So now that she knows, he decides to fly her to the fort.
Did they glaze over it?
Figures out his secret identity. It sure is, sir. So in the very next scene, he falls into a fireplace and she figures out his secret identity.
Oh, whoops.
Whoopsie. So now that she knows, he decides
They totally glazed over it. That is one of the best points you could make. Superman shouldn't be able to trip like that. He should be able to catch himself in the air because he's fast and because he can fly. He should be able to catch himself in the air before she even knows what's going on. He should just kind of go, and that's about it, you know? Like, he should feel it, be quick enough to...
fly her to the Fortress of Solitude for a nice...
Am I crazy? Am I wrong? Let me know in the comments. Am I wrong? Is him tripping making perfect sense to you? Like, let me know.
little dinner. Oh, lovely.
And then she says she's gonna go change into something more comfortable.
Did they stop along the way to get her pajamas? I guess so. And meanwhile, Superman starts talking to a hologram of his mom, and she's like, hey, if you love a...
Because they couldn't afford Marlon Brando again.
human, you must give up your powers.
Why?
Because she says he's gotta.
But why, though?
Because she said so.
Well,
Mama
okay
said.
then.
And she says the thing is, if he gives up his powers, there's no turning back.
Jeez, I mean, that's an
It's impossible. You can't reverse it. There's no possible way to do it.
important thing to consider. You know, as Superman, he saves countless lives all the time. Yeah, for sure. But see, the thing is, he really wants to sleep with this woman from work. Understandable. Yeah, that's a good counterpoint for sure. So he gets into this machine that takes away his powers and gives him normal civilian clothes.
Oh, cool feature.
So then Lois, who was madly in love with Superman, is like, wow, I can't believe you gave up being Superman for me.
I guess that's romantic.
So now they want hamburgers. So they start driving around looking for a spot. Did
Just trying to be normal.
Superman have a car stored at the Fortress of Solitude?
Sure seems that way.
But then inside this diner, Superman gets beat up, and they see that Zod has taken over the country, so Clark is like, well, geez, I guess I better go get my powers back.
Well, that's gonna be tough. His Hollow Mom said there was no going back. Actually, it's gonna
Can't
be
do it.
super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
Oh, really? Yeah, he walks all the way back to the North Pole and finds a little green kryptonite thing, and so that settles that. He's all set.
Oh, well, his Hollow Mom made it sound impossible to turn it back.
Yeah, well, it wasn't.
Oh, my God.
Anyway, so meanwhile, Lex Luthor, remember from the first
If that bothers you, put it in the it bothers me. It has always bothered me that it was just like impossible, can't do it. Also, like they said, why do you have to get why does your powers have to go? I don't understand.
movie. He's from the first movie. Yeah, so he escapes from prison.
How does he manage that?
Well, he invented a little projector in his cell that shows an image of him, but the guards see that the light's still on in his cell after lights out, so he almost gets caught.
Seems like he could have just turned off the lights and bought himself a lot more time.
Yeah, well, he invents a projector instead. So he tells Zod that if he wants to find Superman, he needs to go to the Daily Planet and find Lois Lane.
And what's in it for Lex Luthor?
Australia.
Oh, okay.
So Zod goes to the Daily Planet and Superman shows up to save the day.
Oh, boy.
So they fight for a little bit, and Zod realizes that Superman's weakness is that he cares about people.
He does.
So the bad guys use their powers to start blowing everybody in the streets.
Oh!
It was campy and hilarious. I liked it. I like a little humor.
That sentence would have been a lot clearer if there was like a clip playing over me so you could see what I was talking about.
That'd be nuts.
Anyway, then Superman lures them to the Fortress of Solitude.
Luring people to your lair is tight.
And they do some more fighting there. They multiply themselves. Superman throws a
Okay. They slept on the bear tripping scene. I want to see if they point out all of the ridiculousness in this entire scene. Everything from the highly debated whether or not Christopher Reeve could have played this game as a child, like he says. What the crap is going on here? And whether or not he kills Zod and all them, which, again, y'all will debate that in the comments, but
plastic S at one of them. He has the power to throw plastic S's.
Yes, sir.
As a child of Krypton, sometimes he can throw a cellophane logo at people.
Well, okay then.
And then Superman's gonna make them all think that he's getting into the machine that takes away your Superman powers, but in reality, he reversed the machine to take away their powers if they're outside of it.
Oh, so Zod and his buddies get some normal civilian outfits?
Now they just lose their powers.
Oh. So then they murder the...
yeah, not for the bad guys. It's only for the good guys. He put on white afterwards. White symbolizes good. They're already in black. It's best to keep that.
Bad guys and save the day.
Oh, my God.
But now Superman decides he doesn't want Lois knowing his secret identity, so he gives her a big kiss that wipes her memory.
A memory
The famous hypno kiss.
wiping kiss, huh? That has some pretty messed up implications. No, it doesn't. And oh, by the way, there's a picture of Bill Cosby hanging on the wall at the Daily Planet.
Why'd you bring that up?
Oh, it doesn't. And oh, by the way, there's a picture of
Is that?
Bill Cosby hanging on the wall at the Daily
Is that what is? What is that picture? And I don't know.
planet.
Why'd you bring that up?
I don't know. So what do you think?
Well, it sounds like a movie. Do you think people will be mad about Superman killing Zod, though? Why would anyone get mad at something like that?
I know what y'all are going to say. I know what y'all are going to say in the comments. If you're liking these pitch meeting reactions, don't forget to subscribe, where we have many more coming, including Zack Snyder, Batman, and a whole bunch of others. Superman 3 pitch meeting. Here we go.
So, you have a new Superman movie for
I'll
me?
bet he
Yes,
does.
sir, I do.
So we're gonna meet our main character, Gus Gorman. right?
Yes,
Is
Richard
Superman
Pryor.
not the main character?
Not really, no. Gus Gorman's kind of our guy in this one.
Oh. Okay, so what's his deal?
Well, he really needs a job.
Hey, that's kind of how Woman of Tomorrow is. She's not really the main character. She shares it with Ruthie.
So he takes a computer class, and turns out he's great at computers, which is something you're born with or not good at all at. You know, you can't learn that.
Right.
Is that how computer programming works?
It might be, yeah. So he gets hired at this company and then programs the computer to send him all these fractions of
Yeah, they
cents.
did. They treated it like a football skill or something, like, running fast. It was like, I happen to be good at this.
That are being lost in payroll. It's a practice called salami slicing.
Delicious sounding crimes are tight.
Yeah, but the head of the company, Lex Luthor, catches him.
Gene Hackman's not doing this one.
Oh, okay. The head of the company, Webster, catches him.
Oh, great name. What's his deal?
Well, he's like Lex Luthor, except you just told me he's not.
Interesting character. Very cool.
So Webster's been looking for a guy good at computers because he wants to control the weather.
Which theoretically early 1980s computers can do.
See, nobody actually understands computers, so we can say that they can do whatever we
you
want.
want.
That's actually a great point. And once this whole computer fad is over, nobody will be any the wiser.
Yeah, so this movie's gonna age great.
Amazing. So why does he want to control the weather?
Well, he wants to destroy Colombian coffee fields so he can control the market.
Very evil. Oh,
It's the strangest thing. You have the most powerful thing in the world. What are you going to do with that power? Coffee.
hey, could I hear about Superman a little bit, please?
I mean, we should really stick to Gus Gorman.
Just a little.
Okay, fine. Well, Superman's still working at the Daily Planet.
And what's going on there?
An office bingo game that we're going to revisit a shocking number of times throughout the movie.
What?
And then also Superman gets invited to his high school reunion, and he wants to write a story about that for the paper.
Is Lois Lane gonna go with them?
No, actually, she's barely going to be in the movie. She's going to show everyone a bikini and take off on vacation to Bermuda.
That's it.
Did she just come into the office to show people a bikini and leave?
Yes, so Clark takes off to Smallville, but along the way he crosses a big old fire at a chemical plant.
Uh-oh, sounds like a job for
As a kid, I loved this scene, especially when they ride like the slide down the little silo. or whatever.
Superman.
You betcha. So he sneaks into the back of a cop car and then comes out the other side dressed as Superman.
Did he just leave his Clark Kent clothes and glasses and wallet in the back of a police car?
Hey, shut up. So he finds some acid that he's told cannot heat up or it's going to explode in a real bad way.
Uh-oh, gonna be hard to keep that cool, I bet.
Actually, it's going to be super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
Oh, really?
Yeah, see, he flies to a nearby lake, freezes the top layer, flies back with it, and drops it on the building.
Why not
All in a matter of seconds.
just breathe his ice breath onto the thing that needs to stay cool?
Because. So then he heads back to Smallville and reconnects with Lana Lang.
Ew, that's a lady's name.
Ooh, but now it's Gorman time.
Oh, we're back to Gus Gorman.
You know it, sir. So in order to make bad weather in Colombia using computers, Gus has been sent to Smallville to use the computers at a subsidiary of the company so that it can't be traced back to them.
How would that not be traceable if it's one of their companies?
Computer reasons. So he starts messing around on the computer and causes a bunch of problems that computers are definitely capable of causing.
Like what?
Like immediately overbilling someone at a department store and making those two little traffic guys get into a fight.
Wow, computers are fascinating.
They sure are, sir. So he finally gets those.
Even as a kid, I knew, I don't think you'd be able to do that. Those aren't even connected to the internet. Like what?
Storms going, but Superman stops them.
Oh, sweet, we're gonna get some Superman action.
Well, actually, I thought it might be fun to have Gus explain what Superman did and then just get little glimpses of him doing it.
Really into this Gus
That's kind of a James Gunn take, isn't it? Ba-dum-bum.
Gorman guy, huh?
Deeply for some reason, and then after he's done explaining in a funny way, he's gonna accidentally ski off the top of a skyscraper.
Oh, so he dies?
Well, no, sir, he's wearing skis, so he just kind of lands in traffic and takes off.
What are you talking about?
Real funny stuff. So then Webster tells Gus to kill Superman by making
What are you talking about?
some synthetic kryptonite.
Uh-oh.
But Gus can't figure out one of the elements, so he just uses tar instead.
Okay.
So then he dresses up as a military.
He does. That's what he does. He just goes, tar. He's like,
guy and give Superman this big green rock as a gift.
Wouldn't Superman be kind of wary of big green rocks?
You'd think so, but the thing is, no.
Oh, all right.
But then since this isn't real kryptonite, it doesn't kill Superman. It just makes him kind of mean.
What do you mean?
Well, he becomes a little rascal, like he straightens out the Leaning Tower of Pisa and he puts out the Olympic flame.
The fake kryptonite makes him a little prankster.
Not just a prankster, sir. He's unhinged.
He is?
Yeah, like he goes to a bar and he flicks some peanuts at some glass bottles.
Whoa, this guy doesn't give a
And then this lady that works for Webster seduces Superman into causing a big oil spill in exchange for just going to town on her.
Oh.
Yeah. Then our main guy, Gus
It gets real weird real fast, guys.
Gorman, gets Webster to make a supercomputer based on some designs he scribbled onto a napkin.
He wouldn't need any more details than that.
He's not just good at computers all of a sudden out of nowhere. He has the ability to engineer a supercomputer using materials and stuff that he's never once even looked into. Amazing.
Absolutely not. So Webster immediately has a giant computer built inside a cave. But how's Superman gonna help if he's now an evil peanut-flicking freak? We'll see Clark and evil Superman separate from each other and have a big old fight.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
And it seems like evil Superman's gonna win, but then Clark chokes him out and he vanishes.
So was that fight happening in his head, or?
There's no way to know exactly what I meant by that. So then it's time to fight the supercomputer.
Oh boy, here we go. So does he fly into it and blow it up?
Well, actually, first he tries just slowly walking towards it.
I hope he mentions just how absolutely frightening this supercomputer is for children.
Interesting strategy. How does that work out?
Not great. It shoots a bubble at him and he can't breathe in the bubble.
Doesn't he kind of regularly fly into outer space?
He can't breathe in the bubble at all. So then Gus feels bad, so he actually helps Superman out.
Oh, full redemption. All is forgiven now.
Exactly. And then this computer absorbs Webster's sister Vera and turns her into a robot.
Oh, you know what might be fun is that if we use this scene as an opportunity to give nightmares to an entire generation of children.
What?
I've always wanted to give nightmares to an entire generation of children.
All right.
Do it.
Okay, yeah, sure. So we'll make sure that that scene gives nightmares to an entire generation of kids. Yeah, okay.
Amazing.
Anyway, then Superman heats up some acid and kills the computer.
Fantastic.
That was frightening too, that bubbly stuff. That was so weird.
Drops Gus Gorman off with some guys, and Gus wants to show these guys he's friends with Superman, so he does that t-shirt opening thing, you know?
Wouldn't that shirt opening thing mean that he knows that Clark Kent is Superman?
Hey, shut up about that forever, and then we're done. So what do you think?
Well, it sounds like a movie, you know, and it's kind of scary what computers can hypothetically do.
Yeah, for sure. If you're not careful with computers, people can use them to do some pretty morally bankrupt stuff.
Superman 4 pitch meeting.
So, you have a new Superman movie for me?
Yes, sir, I do. Now, people didn't really seem to like the last one, and I think I know why.
Is it because it was essentially a slapstick comedy and Richard Pryor was the main character for...
Hey guys, I actually liked Superman 3 and I liked Richard Pryor in it. I don't have a problem with putting comedy in Superman movies. Not at all.
some reason?
No, it's because Lex Luthor wasn't in it.
Oh, good. Okay, that's an easy fix.
Yeah,
Boom.
so Lex is back and he's gonna bust out of prison again.
Oh, how does he get out this time?
Well, his funky nephew Lenny gets 2 prison guards to go inside his
I
cool...
always forget he's in there. Always. Up until the point that I see Lenny, I always forget that he is in there.
car, which he then remote controls to drive off a cliff, so they head out of there.
Oh, very sneaky. And so what's going on with Superman?
Well, sir, a child is gonna pressure him into getting involved in international geopolitics.
What?
Yeah, see, this little kid says that Superman should get rid of all the nukes, and because the Daily Planet gets purchased and turned into a tabloid, they run with the story.
Oh, so Superman kind of has to get involved?
Exactly, and because...
You know what's funny, though? Even though they all agree to it, right? I think it's funny that Superman is like, I'm going to put your weapons up in the sky, but I'm still more powerful than all of them, and I'm not going anywhere. It's just ironic.
Superman's all torn up about this, he decides to reveal his secret identity to Lois again and fly her around.
Oh, right, because he kissed her and made her forget his identity in Superman 2.
That's right, so she makes him feel a lot more confident that he's gonna do the right thing.
Wow, well, it's gonna be nice to have her support with his big secret.
Oh no, he kisses her again and wipes her memory once more.
Gone.
Well, that seems kind of messed up.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, okay.
So then he scoops
It's one of his powers, duh. Back in the early Golden Age days, he had like hypno powers that he would use quite frequently, actually.
up all the planet's nukes and puts them into a giant space net.
Which is a thing he has access to.
Yes, and then he launches that into the sun, which puts an end to the threat of nuclear war.
What's to stop all the nations from making more nukes?
Hey, shut up, but then the fact that Superman did that actually plays into Lex Luthor.
Hey, shut up.
evil plan. What's his plan? Well, he and his nephew go to this museum that has a strand of Superman's hair on display,
which looks like a freaking needle when he pulls it out,
showing that it's so strong it can hold up to 1,000 pounds, right? Okay. So they cut the hair and steal it for themselves. Well, how are they able to just cut through super strong hair? By doing it. That works. So then they use that to create a genetic matrix.
As a kid, I would ask my mom, wait, how did they cut his hair if, they can't? And my mom's like, I don't know. I don't know how they did it.
What's that? A computery thing. That's all the explanation I need. It's the 1980s. It sure is, sir. So then they get Superman to unknowingly throw that into the sun, which of course creates life. Oh, it does? Yeah, it creates someone called Nuclear Man, and he is evil.
Which of course creates life. It's just an embryo forming into the most powerful being in existence.
Why? Because. Got it. But meanwhile, Superman's dealing with a wacky sitcom situation. What do you mean? He freaking agreed to a double date where he has to be both Clark and Superman. What?
Okay. I like the antics, guys. I love that kind of stuff. I feel like it's missing from new Superman stuff where he has to be Clark and he has to... I love that stuff. That's part of what makes Superman fun. Like the George Reeves winking at the camera like, you know who I am,
Why would he agree to that? Hi, James.
Let me know in the comments if you agree with me. Do you miss the whole Clark, Superman, Lois kind of triangle thing where it's like, wait, who is he? Could he be, I think that Superman should be a period piece. 40s. It makes that stuff make a lot more sense when you got grainy, pictures in the newspaper, people not figuring out who he is, I don't know. Let me know.
Oh, sick. So who are the ladies? Well, there's Lois, and then there's Lacey, who's the daughter of the guy who bought the Daily Planet, and she really likes Clark. Ew. Ew. But then he has to leave the date because he's got to go fight Nuclear Man, who wants to destroy him real bad. Why does Nuclear Man want to destroy him? Because that's what he wants to do. So they have this big old fight, and Nuclear Man destroys a bunch of stuff like the Great Wall of China, which
I can't wait to see what he says about the telekinesis vision. I've never read this, but I kind of think they probably did that, the telekinesis vision, because they were like, it'd be a lot harder to show him super speed rebuilding this, so we'll just reverse this and make him just look at it. That's my
Superman now has to fix. Yikes, well that's going to be a tough one to put back together. Actually, it's going to be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, see, he uses his Great Wall of China rebuilding vision power, and so that does the trick nicely. Well, thank God he had that specific superpower. I know.
It's like Batman's utility belt. I've got shark repellent right here.
Right, and then Nuclear Man also makes a volcano erupt, so Superman has to cut the top off a mountain to plug that up. Wouldn't that just create...
That was cool, though. That was cool. He's about to make a really good point. Yeah, it would just make it basically give a shotgun a bunch of pieces of shrapnel to shoot out, But still, that was cool. I liked that.
More pressure inside the volcano? No, it's like covering a boiling pot. That just stops the process and cools it off. Well, that's not how that works. Well, listen, sir, that explains why all my houses have burned down. So then Nuclear Man scratches Superman with his fancy little nails, and that makes him sick. Oh, no. Yeah, but Superman has a...
You know what's cool about this one? He's not rushed or pressed for time. The movie didn't just come out. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have to, he's had years to think about this, and he is just one zing after another on this one.
That'll make him feel better, so he uses that crystal to make himself feel better. Smart move. Good use of the crystal that makes him feel better. Oh yeah, but then Nuclear Man sees a photo of Lacey, so he's obsessed with her now. Becoming obsessed with a random woman you've only seen a picture of once is tight. Yeah. So what does he do? Well, he heads to the Daily Planet and asks Superman, where is the woman? And Superman's like, you'll never find her. How does he even know who this guy's talking about? Unclear. So then Superman puts him in an elevator, which deactivates him, because if there's not direct sun on him, he loses his power. Oh, okay. And he flies him to the moon, but now that he's in space, the sun can shine on him through a little crack in the elevator, so he gets his power back. Well, the sun also reaches the Earth. You don't have to be in space for it to hit you. Hey, shut up again. So then they have a big old fight, and Nuclear Man goes to get Lacey and brings her up into space. Oh, so she dies?
No. That little crack, though, it never turned the right way when he was flying him to the moon,
Oh, how? By living. I guess that makes sense. She can't have died if she is living. And then Superman's gonna think of something real clever. He's gonna push the moon in front of the sun to block it out.
Guys, I forgot that this happened recently. I've watched this movie more times than I could possibly count, okay? Way more times than I could count. I somehow forgot that he pushes the moon I don't know why I forgot that, but I did.
Impact the earth, like mess with the tides?
No. It has no effect on any brand of laundry detergent whatsoever. What? So then Superman saves Lacey and drops Nuclear Man into a power plant.
Oh, wow. Wow.
And then he gives a big old public speech about world peace and drops Lex and Lenny off in prison.
Amazing.
So what do you think?
Well, it sounds like a movie, you know. Did you have anybody in mind to play that Lenny Luthor character?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, someone who's just the opposite of Lex Luthor. Someone you could never see playing Lex Luthor.
That was
Hi,
fun,
this
guys.
is-
If you want more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe. Remember, guys, like Superman, live humbly, do good.